That is then the second round already. We're jumping into the decision round right away in the Asian qualifier. Who joins? Fortitude, Chemico, Thunder, and what's the other one? The non-human. Help me out! Help me out! Remo, help me out!
Yange.
Yange, of course. Who will join them? 4 more players for the main event of DreamHack, a $10,000 tournament starting in the first week of May. We're waiting for Remo at the moment to join that sad game. Nobody is race switching. Sini is not going for an Orc mirror or something. This is a Night Elf versus Orc between the two Chinese. And it looks like Remo's game has crashed right away. What an unfortunate start to the day. Thumbs pressed, knocking on wood.
I'm coming.
Okay, dude. It's a little, I don't know if that's child friendly here in the middle of the day, but okay.
Like how you jump to these, it feels like you're looking forward to these innuendos. Every time you're like, oh, here we go. Here we go. Another opportunity.
gotta seize the opportunities, Remo. They're quite rare. And here they are. Lin Guagua versus Sini. Two tier 2, tier 3 Chinese players. They will certainly be underdogs if they do qualify for the main event. Lin Guagua has been there before. Had some decent runs. We had him in interviews and he was quite funny there, actually. So, come on, man. Do it again. Lin Guagua versus Sini, game number 1.
You know, since we were just talking about opportunity a moment ago, and we have some time still in this game, have you heard of the saying before? I don't know where it comes from, but I have heard of it. That states, there are 2 types of men in the world. Men who seize an opportunity when they see it, and men who craft an opportunity for themselves.
Ooh.
What kind of man are you, Neil? What kind of man are you?
I'm a crafting man myself, I think. I mean, getting opportunities within the Warcraft scene isn't too easy, so you gotta craft them yourself, eh?
Warcraft scene, the table tennis scene, you know, it's a rough place, but you always come out on top and you're truly impressive. When's your autobiography coming out? I hope soon. I mean, there's like 22-year-old Instagram girls who already have autobiographies, so I think you could do it as well.
I'm not done with the final chapter here yet. Still waiting for it. And then I'm gonna start writing this. Let's see what happens in this final chapter of the qualifier. We got a Keeper versus a Blade Master. Pretty typical matchup. And between these 2 players, I wonder who lames the most.
Yeah, that's of course what everybody knows. Lin Guagua 4, Pillage, Speed Scroll, Zeppelin Drop, Shockwave, all that kind of jazz. Is he gonna do that? Or is he gonna play straight up? Would you say Sini is also falling in that category of play?
He can do it. It's not his go-to strat, I think. But, you know, if his opponent is showing these plays, I wouldn't be too surprised to see like 4 Mountain Giants.
But, Neo, have you not heard? They are completely unplayable now.
I know. Updating the title real quick. There we go.
Cheeky peon. Is he gonna get the last hit here? This will be a big move. Players nowadays are respecting it more and more, as other players have gotten pretty good at going for those last hits. And it's always a little bit of luck involved, so you want to make sure you don't get that big experience up, especially the giant sea turtle. It gives so much XP, Neo. The HP to experience ratio is one of the best in the game on the giant sea turtle, so you want to snag that up every time. You also want to snag up those items every time. Look at the Keeper's inventory. Somebody activate VAC, because this looks like a cheat.
Oh, yeah, plus 8 damage already. Creep speed accelerating for the Blade Master. Rather poor here, I'd say. Sentry wards, of course, always great. Ring, not so much. We have techs proceeding as Sini is going into Huntress. On the other side, tech proceeding as well. No headhunters, no early warmels. So far, so standard.
Blade Master getting a bit of extra XP. Not bad, not bad. Didn't even have to get itself cancelled. The scary thing, of course, always in on any map in this matchup is the keeper getting level 3 early, and on concealed is actually not that hard. What's the grunt doing there? Suicidal grunt!
Yes.
He's just standing there! The madman! Don't you know it's dangerous to go outside alone, especially at nighttime?
Damn. Always, almost a Zelda reference there. Super Nintendo Zelda reference. Not bad, Remo. Can't prevent the kill, of course. That's a nice jumpstart for Sini, who's playing a very solid game. No big surprises, but also no flaws in this. And with that standard game, he's getting the upper hand already.
So the question usually should be, when's the expo timing gonna happen? Sentry Ward in the south will beautifully see this right away. Alright, Blade Master's gonna have to see a lot of last hits here to even out the game. He gets that one. Keeper's out of mana. Blade doesn't have the most DPS. Keeper almost has more than the Blade, but not quite, because the Blade has quite the insane attack speed and damage range just naturally. Can you imagine that? You come out of the womb just right from birth. You have insane attack power.
Get a sword in your hand right away? Yeah, that sounds like a really good idea. Kinda good that you're not planning on becoming a father, man. That sounds sounds a little wrong.
There've been a couple of close calls, but so far, whew, thankfully, we dodged that bullet.
Yeah, for all of us, for humanity, I would say. Expo is coming, and tech is finished. Still an archer here.
Grunt.
Oh, the grunt.
No, not number 2.
Town is under siege.
He's called number 2. The other one was called number 1. He's hoping to not share the same fate, but Keeper is coming. And that grunt would almost be level 3. Huntress block, sort of working out. Blade Master staffing back home. He cancelled the expansion in the south, which is a really big deal. But there's no saving his friend.
Oh, man,
It's like Tom Hanks in, what was the movie called? Forrest Gump, where he had to leave his friend in Vietnam. No matter how much he tried, he couldn't bring him back to Alabama.
How sad. Now we got an Alchemist, and that is Entangle number 3 plus Acid Bomb. Really good damage, and there's more. Lin Guagua, a little, not careful enough, man. Can't prevent the next Entangle. Uses Hex on it, and that is number 3 down.
That's what we call a big yikes, Neil. It's a really big yikes. But there's an upside. Keeper's not on level 3 at all, so he didn't get the experience from these grunts. Blade Master getting focused, but he's right next to his shop. He should be fine. He's gonna trade it for 1 Huntress here. Heal potion, or trying to block with the hunt. That's kind of cute. But it could be another grunt going down. Should be another grunt going down. The Hex is doing a decent job. 1 Wisp was brought earlier here for the D-spool. But the trading units for now, who's that better for? Hard to tell.
Well, I would think losing 4 grunts in the early game isn't the greatest for an orc. And wait, when did he cancel that expo? And how?
The Blade ran down there earlier with a speed scroll.
Ah.
He did the zippity zap, and then before he staffed back.
That's pretty good. Okay, I thought behind this attack there's an expo coming up, which it is in the main. Okay, that is not entirely horrible then. Archer!
Sini just attacked the red camp. What a mad lad. But didn't get ensnared.
What the fuck, Sini?
Peon did. Peon out scouting.
Nature's Blessing coming. Tree will waddle over. But this... Can we call this a force? By Guagua, it's 1 grunt, 2 shaman. What do? You can't really creep. But there's also no damage. You gotta be careful. But there's so much mana. This is a hard game for Guagua.
3 here. What's he gonna choose? Well, first, he's gonna get focused quite hard. There's Purge here as well. Keeper's gonna have to TP here most likely. Blade tried to steal the invul. It's actually on the Alchemist. And suddenly this game doesn't look completely hopeless anymore.
Yeah, I think so too. Shaman are coming and they survive. A depth upgrade is coming. In the meantime, he's producing more grunts. And some losses on Sini's side as well, with the expansion being so far away from the natural. Plus, natural isn't even crept yet. So, yeah, I can't cancel this anymore. Maybe the shop, but that's about it. No Windwalk as Clarity gets cancelled. But Sini is on the other side of the map anyway. Deals with the red spot. So that should be fine. Finally some time to creep the SH.
And here we probably see the biggest issue of losing so many grunts early. You can hardly creep.
Yeah.
If you got 4 grunts alive by the time the shadow comes out, you can power creep really fast. Especially on a map like Concealed, where there's lots of medium armor and you can creep really efficiently if you're left alone, like the Natural, for example. Blade harassing in a bit of danger. Entangle finds him, but he's got the staff still. Staff of Teleportation. Very nice item, making good use of it here. Wisp in the north sees the creeping happening of the Orc's Natural. It has added up here, these Wisp losses. It must be like 5 or something now, and that does become noticeable over time.
And also the boulder tosses on this Keeper. Very noticeable. He's in a little bit of trouble here. Needs to save some mana to make use of Moon Juice, and Heal Sprays, of course, a blessing as well. Shadowhunter also very hurt, so nobody really wants to fight. Blade Master sharking around, but only level 1 Windwalk, not the biggest deal. Finally, after 10 minutes, we get the second Engine of War. Pretty slow in that regard. But Lin Guagua, did he forget a burrow? Oh no, he's going for a Great Hall, but he's still capped at 40. Ah, okay.
Alright, this is looking like a pretty even game now, but what are the upgrades saying? 2-0 I mean, on the archers here, about to finish. Grunts 0-1 soon. Shadow level 3. Pendant, of course, amazing. Alchemist almost level 3. Oh, missing just a hair.
The town is under siege.
Well, he won't get any from me, that's for sure. Archer switch now, as we have Serpent Wards on the Shadowhunter. Should probably retrain then. Later on, good usage of Sentinels to control the Blade Master, who did accumulate some mana points. So should be able to get out. Oh, now we're about to fight with the Serpent Wards level 2. But also, the Alchemist is so pimped and decked out with the Heal Scroll, Protection Scroll, and Invo Potion.
Nice Hex preventing much of the Heal Spray right there. Serpent Wards not getting targeted at the moment. Ideally, with the archers, you want to snipe them as quickly as you can. Here we go now. Serpent Wards are certainly very strong right here against these Huntresses. The rest of the Orc army not looking too impressive. But Blade Master, alright, Invo Potion. He's got the Heal Scroll still ready. Lots of these hunts very hurt. Hex now suddenly being valuable again. Blade Master levels up to 3. And this is a lot of space that's being created for this expansion in the north to finish.
Oh yeah, he got a burrow as well, so he can raise up to 50 now if he wants to. Expo for Sini only starting mining now, but is also under attack.
Snake Pit gonna be set up here in a second. Yeah, Sini getting punished for his micro mistakes. In that little skirmish right there that we saw at the shop, he started focusing those Serpent Wards way too late. You gotta snipe them with the archers right away. You can't just move in with A-click. That's gonna be too painful. And again, we have the next fight brewing. Lots of Serpent Wards again. Maybe it would be wise to leave the Hunters in the back for now and snipe the Serpent Wards first with the archers.
Not that easy to do, of course. Blade Masters on the hunt to get rid of that repair. Holy, look at this damage! The Huntress, well, they are not kept in the back. They are kept in the ground.
And Sini is really fighting hard into this Orc power spike, which is sort of surprising. Now he's pulling back a few hunts. He can heal them for free at the fountain, which is nice. It is nighttime now. That is doable, but he's going to do it with Heal Spray for now. Archers sniping these Serpent Wards, they do give quite a bit of experience nowadays. We have to keep that in mind. But they actually partly expire. And the Keeper Alchemist don't have the crazy scary levels yet. They're not close to 5 by any means.
No, and also the inventory, especially on the blade. Not great. Pendants, of course, sweet, but that's about it. I'm gonna switch the Discord server for a second, Remo, because you're roboing out here and there. But it should be fixed soon. From Europe to Russia. Let's see if this fixes it. You should be back by now. Hopefully all is good. Creep check opportunity for Lin Guagua. Quite some creep still here. Also a lot of herd units. Reveal being used. Can't even shadow melt.
Oh. Yoink! He stole the item.
Devotion.
Got the lion horn. Very
Pretty
good.
nice, of course. Yep. Archers falling rapidly. Not too many snakes at the moment, and he is finding an entry to the backline to snipe Shaman. Grunt, 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 grunt. No grunt. Man, no love for the grunts today for Guagua.
Great creep track though. He killed a lot of archers right there, and he's gonna get the rest of the experience, and he got the item. Shadow's gonna get level 4, which is a really big level up for him. I think it's really about time now for him to retrain. Tome of retraining, only 200 gold. That Hex, at this point in the game, not that good anymore. Then again, you know, we haven't reached 70 supply at all yet. It's just both guys here going at each other with bare knuckles and just keep losing units over and over, which doesn't favor Sini too much. He wants to get a big army, heal scrolls, have a bit of time to produce, but Lin Guagua always in his face, always disrupting his pace.
Helm of Valor in the middle. Not really too great, and he has to TP as well. Wisp being detonated. This force is really laughable for 42 supply only. It's 800 gold going for the Alchemist right now, so a little bit of tankiness is kind of sweet. Guagua, use your gold. 1,000 now.
Getting a bestiary, wants to go into Raiders or Kodos most likely. Wyvern rather seem unlikely now with so many archers. Blade at the shop, steals the invul, stole the heal scroll, double heal scroll and invul potion. I think this game is looking better and better for Guagua. Sini, with a couple of bad engagements, lost his timing, didn't get the proper 70 fight with the scrolls. He's got 0 scrolls now. He's finally got the first armor upgrade. Took forever for him to get it.
Yo.
I think that's a big mistake still many Night Elves make. But we do see an Ancient of Wind Neo. Maybe the double minus armor can turn it all around.
Indeed, let's go. Acid Bomb and Fairy Fire melts everything. Could also be decent for fairies, as Flare does more damage now. And there's going to be a lot of Purge and Lightning Shield and Serpent Wards, etc. So wouldn't mind to see Fairy Dragons here. Next attack, Lin Guagua relentlessly pushing. Also, of course, distracting from his own expansion. Sini didn't even see it yet, except with one illusion very early on. Had just no time to push it, and here we go. Lightning Shield into the backline. Ring of Protection, Scroll of Protection immediately. But again, the Hunt's right in the middle of the Serpent Wards.
Good detonates, not too much mana on the Shaman anymore. But again, the Serpent Wards are just standing there for such a long time. They're not being dealt with. Sini has to fall back. Keeper took a bit of damage. So many Hunts going down. Also a few Grunts falling, but the more that is being traded here, the more that it's delayed. I think it's getting better and better for the Orc, as the Shadow and Blade keep scaling very nicely, but the Keeper really hasn't looked too impressive for quite a long time now.
Yeah. Here we see the fairies. I think it's the first time for me to see the new ones. Little bit more damage and higher damage cap or something. We'll see about that. 2 crits in a row. Alchemist gotta be careful. Grunts again finding the connection. Now Blade Master itself being focused. Purge! And a staff out, but no healing. No minus armor anymore. That Blade.
Archers going down now as the Blade and the Grunts connect. Everything is falling, and I think Sini is gonna be losing this first game here. Blade Master looking for the hero kill. Hex, focus, and he wins the game. Map number 1. Without any heal wave even.
Looks like we have to say goodbye to the old saying, Remo. Don't lose grunts in the early game. Not true anymore. If it is an even number, it seems fine, even if it's 4.
Yeah, sure. Or, you know, you should try to get level 3 and then properly play. I think Sini got a little overeager there. He thought, oh man, I got so many grunt kills. This game must be mine. And then he sort of wasted a lot of time. He didn't go for the level 3 creep and really dominate the game when he could have easily done it. When he killed the second grunt, he could have just taken the green, get the level 3 there, get the Alchemist, and then apply so much pressure that the expansion should have finished quickly. But good comeback by Guagua, and Sini definitely not with a flawless game. If he wants to make it through, he's going to have to play it a little bit better.
Yeah, that is indeed. That was not the greatest follow-up for sure for Sini. The early was good, but needs to step it up afterwards. Next game starts right away. And this time, the map is Last Refuge.
That is a very interesting map. In this matchup, it can be very tough for the keeper early on, but if at some point you get the hunts, you get the levels, then you can also dominate the middle oftentimes. You can get an expansion pretty easily. I think it's really important to have an efficient early game, whether it's your own creeping and item collecting or the slowing down of your opponent. So the first couple of minutes here will be crucial for both.
Last refuge. Match points for Lin Guagua. This is all best of 3, not best of 5 anymore. So, without further ado, here we go. Lin Guagua with match points. Bottom left. As we have Sini in the upper right.
Especially compared to yesterday, we're kind of racing through right here.
Yeah.
This could be Lin Guagua through already in around 40 minutes or so after show start, if he has a quick victory here. Of course, then we're going to be jumping over to the other games. We're going to inform you soon what the results there are. I don't know if we have any updates yet. We're going to get the info to you later on that.
Sini, Soin and Angshi are starting a little later. So we will probably catch a game of that as well. We will not stop this broadcast before we know all 4 contestants, ladies and gentlemen. That's our dedication here. That's how dedicated we are. That's how eager we are to show you more games of DreamHack.
That's some hashtag passion right there, Neil.
Yeah,
love it.
Exactly. If you like what we do, hey, we got a Patreon.
Pledge now for even more hashtag passion.
The more pledges, the more passion. By the way, thank you, Alps, for the 8-month resub. 8-month fly by so quickly. Thank you for the DreamHack article, my man. Good job, good job, good job. Hope to see one for the W3 Champion Season Finals as well.
Played against Keeper, there doesn't seem to be much possible outside of these 2 options nowadays in this matchup. Peon Scout right away sees, confirms, knows what's going on. And the Blade has 2 options here. Go for a bit of creeping himself or be ultra aggressive against the opponent right away. Nowadays with the Peon Scout, I think a bit of creeping first is good. Go for the Circlet, go for the High Priest, get the first consumable, and the Peon's gonna scout out where the Keeper is and can even waste his time a little bit here. Scouts also that there's Entangle first. And with Entangle first, it's going to be really hard for Sini to continue creeping anything beyond this first game.
Yeah, I don't really get it either. Grunt again with the Blade Master here, but since the progress is a lot slower than on Concealed, makes sense actually. Replenishment Potion for the Blade Master, tech on the Orc side, tech on the Night Elf side. Here they meet for the first time, but what can Sini really do?
It will cost him 3 Entangles to get the Grunt.
Yeah, that's a lot of Entangles.
There's nothing else he can do right now, though. But
No.
I guess he's afraid that the Blade is going to show up out of nowhere. Which he sort of tends to do with his Windwalk ability.
Oh, really? He can come out of the shadows with that and get some extra damage, too. Well, he can cancel the shop here. That's kind of neat. I think he's banking on a Peon kill and then some.
It's looking a little rough already. This is like nothing going Sini's way. Blade Master can already heal despite the shop cancels because he got the replenishment potion. It's pretty unlucky to get double replenish. You definitely want to have at least 1 scouting item, either sentry wards or illusions, to look for those expansions, because of course we know the Night Elf will place that expansion at some point. Question is just when and where.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Sid J, for the 3-year resub. That is also very dedicated from you. Very dedicated support. But yeah, feels like Guagua needed some time to get into the deciding Sunday of the DreamHack qualifiers. Now he got his rhythm. He found his mojo. He knows exactly what to do. 2 grunts parked in the main, protecting these peons as good as they can. Forcing the staff immediately. And the peon won't even die.
Oh my god. This is a disaster for Sini. He had to cancel the shop to get out of the main as well. And the Blade can cancel it again. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is just horrible. By the way, no Hunter's Hall, so this is looking a lot like Talons, if you ask me.
Was about to say, look at how the base is built. This is reminiscent of old Talon times. Yeah, and with that, you don't need the craziest hero levels, I guess. But it's, of course, nice. But Lin Guagua saw this, of course, the entire time.
A player's forces
And can prepare. But he's still going Lodge.
Yeah, there's a couple of different playstyles to play against Talons. You can go for TC Radar Walker and just play hit and run all the time. You can go for reinforced defenses. You can go for a Shadowhunter push with level 3, with Serpent Wards. But what most orcs, especially on Netty, seem to agree upon nowadays is that you want to expand, make use of reinforced defenses, and abuse the Night Elf a little bit. And in fact, we saw the Lodge cancel, we see the Totem coming up. Shadowhunter is going to be the choice, but it's going to be, once again, good old Radar Walker.
Oh, then he cancelled the Lodge and got the Totem instead. And he saw it late. What? Did you just say that?
Yeah, just a second ago.
I was kind of distracted with my phone. Sorry about that.
It happens, bro, I know.
But hey, he's building a war mill. Maybe he wants to make use of reinforced defenses.
Are you doing a Bidoo impression right now?
That was on purpose. But hey, the Blade Master still trying to get into that base. Can he cancel the wind still? Without any damage extra? Don't think so. Also gotta be careful of that mana burn.
Gonna staff out. He cancels the shop so many times, which is cool. I guess Sini would have liked the staff earlier, although he's not gonna need it too soon, but he also forced the Night Elf army back to stay in the main for a long time, preventing the creeping. And the Demon Hunter is a hero you really want to creep. Level 1 Demon, really underwhelming. Level 2, also not too good. On level 3 with a level 2 burn, that's where he becomes powerful. Starts becoming powerful. And Guagua prevented that very well for quite a while now. He's going to have the first Walker coming out, and with Walker plus Raider, there's going to be a lot of map control going to be.
Yeah, also in the fights he can control the Demon Hunter pretty well with Ensnare and Hex, which we will very likely see. Guess what? The Blade Master is just doing it again. Wonder if he can get it now. It's almost finished. I don't think so.
He's gonna force a bit of repair, and he's again gonna force the Night Elf to come back. He has to Windwalk before he's before he's mana burned, and he does manage to do that with the speed scroll. He will be safe. Hardly affordable, that item anymore nowadays, but he went for it.
For sure. 2 different Engine of Wind units in a Night Elf versus Orc series. It's been some time since I saw that. Tier 3 is done, so Master Training is coming. We do have Heal Wave first on the Shadowhunter, also very rare. This is not your usual Night Elf versus Orc matchup for sure.
And where are the towers? Lin Guagua. I guess he hasn't had the resources yet. He wanted to get at least up to 40 supply, maybe 50. We do have the reinforced D coming up, which is going to be very powerful.
The reinforced D?
That's right, Neo. I know you love that one. Shadowhunter getting level 3. Good items. Blade Master's going to love picking those up. Doesn't have any heal salves anymore, so it's going to have to get back to the main. But also Keeper gets level 3. And we see the reason right here why this map is probably the best for Talons. When you play Talons, you rush tier 3, you lose all map control, and on most maps you hardly get any creep camps because they're being stolen away, they're far away from your main. But here, there's 3 juicy yellow camps right outside your main. There's the Merchant, Lab, Merc camp, and all of them are going to go to Sini sooner or later. And it's quite a bit of experience. Blade Master is, on the other hand, not looking too impressive. Good items, yeah, but only level 1.
Here are the towers now, Remo. You've been waiting for them for a long time. Tinker is coming. Typical third hero for this strat, even though there's no Beastmaster in the mix. But hey, instead of Beasts, you get Treants, which is also not too bad. Shadowhunter level 3 goes for Serpent Wards second. And also as a prioritized second spell. Blade Master finally with crit. Has an Invul Potion, stole that one, gets a bigger healing, which in this matchup, really not the greatest.
Making good use of the staff again. He's gonna kill off these Treants. Night Elf army is approaching, so one tower is definitely cancelled. The second one should also be getting cancelled. Towers take quite a while to finish, of course. It's gonna be absolutely critical. That's the word for Sini to always scout for these tower timings.
Yeah, once they're up, hard to get them down again. Ferry addition as well. Sini seems to be of the opinion that this is
Players' forces are
a good choice against Orc nowadays.
Against Raider Walker in the very late game, they've always been pretty good, and of course nowadays even better. Usually we would see Night Elves break into upkeep with ferries, but here we have one sprinkled in with a 50 supply army, an aggressive Ancient of War at the expansion as well. It seems like Lin Guagua lost his timing to establish towers while he had map control. Now the map control is lost. No longer does he have cleared the stronger army. Red camps being traded, Medallion for the Shadow is alright, but honestly, that strength is useless on him. Whereas for the Night Elf, we have the Warsong Battle Drums, a bit more damage for everything.
Yeah, mostly noticeable on the heroes. I mean, on talents it's +1. It's gonna be a lot of talents, but not too many, since he's rarely breaking upkeep in this matchup. Spike Barrack.
It does fit the hole, though, that he's missing. Like, he's got tons of disable and pretty good spells, but damage is his problem. So now he's got more damage.
But I think Endurance would have been better. Khadgar's Pipe would have been the dream.
Yeah. I mean, Khadgar is, of course, completely busted with talents. But he's got an aura.
Guagua, by the way,
albeit a little bit weaker than before.
Researched spike barricades against the Treants. Which is, I don't know. They're not necessary? Not too sure.
It is a very cheap upgrade, so perhaps that's why. Shadow gets a level 4, important level up for him. Blade Master picks up the ring, and I really don't think Guagua is ready to fight here at all. He's only got 50 supply, with not really the greatest army of all time. Towers coming up on the high ground, though. He's trying to buy time for those towers. Oh my god, the Walker damage.
Yo.
Holy crap. In ethereal form, you notice those fairy hits. Demon Hunter getting focused in the front line. Does have a mana stone though. Blade spinning up in the air. Is going to have to use the Invo Potion here sooner rather than later. We see the health zone on the other side. And ooh, this Orc army is having a tough time. Lin Guagua again with lots of gold, but not with too much army remaining, it seems. Especially the Grunts quickly getting taken out. The Raiders soon to be following after. One tower is standing, but one seems to be not enough. Crits against the Demon Hunter. He's in trouble still, but Staff will be there. Demon Hunter gets out. He's got the Tele Staff to rejoin the fight.
Oh man, this looking nasty. Going for the Tinker now. Maybe you can't save him. But what does he do? I mean, Pocket Factory is nice to have, but not mandatory. Passes the potion last second and even keeps that hero alive. Sini, that is looking way better. Second tower is about to be up. Is he committing onto the high ground? Still 400 gold remaining. Need to produce units. Blade Master's in trouble. Now the potion comes in handy. There we go. Can the second tower save Guagua? Oh, Blade! Down. Okay, I guess not.
Tinker almost falling, but perhaps not quite. There's a staff still available. Sini waiting for the very last second to use it. Still didn't have to. Now he's gonna do it. 2 towers standing, yes, but that's actually the only thing. Third tower getting cancelled. Treants coming up. Treants and Pocket Factory. Pretty damn good against towers. These 2 towers will be raised. The Peon Repair. It's not going to be enough, right? Don't tell me that's enough. That would be crazy. Shadowhunter still defending. He's got a bit more Serpent Wards to be used. More units coming in from the main. And still 600 gold for Guagua.
Yeah, damage is still good with 2 Orbs of Venom now. And of course, Fairy Fire on top of things. Shadowhunter high up in the air. Trying to go for a counter surround as Headhunters are coming in. But will that ethereal form work? Easy to kill him off now. Level 3 for the Tinker. And that should be GG's. Know what, Remo? I never felt the impact of that reinforced D.
It's always unfortunate when you don't feel it. The level 3 Tinker now, very nice for raising these buildings. And this expansion going down should be the final nail in the coffin. Shadowhunter gets revived from the tavern. Guagua, he's still fighting on. He's still got hope. Feeble hope, perhaps, but hope it still is.
Yeah, there was quite an investment into this position, huh? But he's giving it up. Sini on the other side, expanding as well. Could even be breaking upkeep if he wants to.
player's forces are under
Just
attack.
Raider Walker, but with 2 orbs, with all the summons, with so much mana still. Looks like the final push.
Sini moving south to close out the game. Last Refuge, once again, we see it be a very good Talon map. This strategy is not going to work as well on the other maps. Not saying that it can't work, but this is definitely the best map we have for it. Trying to consider the new maps right now, how they might be for Talons. I've never seen one Talon game
A player's
on our
forces
new
are
map,
under
so
attack.
Me neither.
hard to judge. But it's hard to outdo Last Refuge with this strategy.
A little bit more creeping. Is there a level up coming? Not really. Both heroes half a level. Sini is taking his sweet time. And why not? I mean, he has the expo. He has an experience lead. He got the better heroes at the moment. What do we got? Scourge Bone Chimes. Decent. Actually pretty good.
Nice item. Unfortunately, though, he only has 3 units to benefit from it. One of them being the blade, who's going to be spinning up in the air the whole time. Also, doesn't have too much damage, rather armor. Oh, the keeper. A little too far forward. That's going to cost him the TP. Oh, crit! Oh, dude. Oh, he almost risked it.
Be careful, Sini. Otherwise, you might throw this game away. 3 talons. Crow form. Give me that crow form. Just ensnared. Oh, the dodge. Beautiful. But the snake still gets the bird.
Snake gets the bird. That's an old Icelandic saying, Neo.
Yeah.
Very
I know.
impressed with your literate education. Wonderful.
You know, gotta educate myself at least a little bit to catch up to you somehow.
Maybe we can go to Iceland together one day. Wouldn't that be great?
That would be wonderful.
Do they have,
To the-
do they have mountains where you can go skiing in Iceland?
They got a volcano, the Eyjafjallajökull or something.
Yeah.
We should go there.
How high is that?
It's pretty hot. I don't know how high, but it's pretty hot.
Town is under siege.
Is it? Is it active?
It was like a couple of years ago. Remember when no planes were allowed to fly across Europe anymore? That was due to the Eyjafjallajökull.
Wasn't too long though, I suppose. It's a big mountain. We can just go to the other side where the lava isn't.
I want to ski on the
Never-
lava though. I want to surf on the
We're finally
lava.
gonna have our skiing trip. Dude, skiing on lava, it sounds like something out of Zelda. In Goron City.
Chimeras are coming, by the way, so this game is about to end pretty soon. Still Guagua fighting. Zeppelin coming in, dropping into the back, causing some... Oh, sweet
The crow
save.
form! Look at that Talon! He's hunting down the Zeppelin!
See how good crow form is against air?
Is it though?
Is it?
Is it though?
Is it?
Where's the chip? I'm waiting.
It's coming, bro. It's coming. Tinker! Oh! Escapes with 16. Not bad. Blade Master, of course, can't chase. So much damage on everything. Shadow Hunter now out of mana. Ooh, he needs more healing. Blade Master, can he reach the demon? Doesn't seem like it. He needs to. Big, or Invo Potion here. Probably resulting in 2 more Walker kills. Oh, no. All that damage is for nothing. That crow form finally getting punished. That's a cool sound, man. That's a really good crow sound. Exactly.
Wasn't a 3-eyed crow though, only a 2-eyed crow. Otherwise he would have seen the future and seen his demise. But he was just hanging out there. Like a little city boy. Up on the high ground. But you know, there's many ready to replace him. The Master Talons. Where do you think they have to go to get their master's degree? The Talons.
I think there's like a crow roost or something. How they learn this? They definitely learn crow form.
Crow University. Okay. I can dig it. Invo potion pop. Going for the Tinker. We need a couple of crits up in here. Staff. Oh, too late with the staff. Could have saved him. Tinker goes down. Shouldn't matter too much though in the grand scheme of things. Where are those chims? Ah, here we go. First one pops finally. Is the chim gonna make it to the battle? I guess should we call them chimeras because it's two heads. Maybe plural is proper. Serpent wards in the middle of the trees. That's kind of cool. And dude, that's level 3 Snicks. That's a lot of damage against talents.
Yeah, but he's gonna wreck everything with the chimeras now. Everything is just so dead. GG! Didn't expect to go full distance, to be honest. In this game, after game 1. That looked really good initially.
Good game by Sini. You know, he was always known to be a good talent player, an anti-talent player. Yeah. And I think Guagua was a little too patient there, a little too complacent in the mid-game. You have to punish the fact that Knight of his weak until the time he reaches tier 3. And Guagua didn't steal camps away from the opponent's side. You can do that with a merchant sometimes. He didn't expand earlier. He just waited and let Sini get to tier 3 and then decided to take engagements, which probably is not the right call, but we'll see how it goes on map 3, which is gonna be one of our newcomer maps, Tide Hunters.
Cool. No results from the other playgrounds so far. We only know... Thank you. Oh, room is overcrowded, they say. I have to re-download. Can you invite me again or try to invite me again? I don't think I get it, so I have to restart. Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't get it. I have to restart.
Wait a minute. They kicked me out because I wasn't ready.
Okay.
Maybe they're gonna remake.
He's Lin Guagua's in a room. Still says overcrowded. Little weird with how we host Tide Hunters and Autumn Leaves. Ah, got it now.
So maybe you can only join if you're joining into the player slot, which would be a little weird, but
that makes sense. I see that pattern as well. Once again, little throwback to the Talon University. Do you think it's crowdfunded?
Yeah. Well, tuition is kind of a crowdfund, isn't it? Sort of.
Was you a little tired? Was church a little early this morning?
A little bit. My actually, my roommates were really loud last night. They had a couple of drinks, and at 2:30 a.m. they had a vivid discussion about something in the hallway. I was like, dude, are you kidding me? Yeah.
For once, it was not you, eh?
What do you mean? I'm a quiet, easygoing guy.
When?
Every time, especially on Tide Hunters, our third map and our decider. In the bottom right, we have Lin Guagua, and in the top left, we have Sini. Knight up against ORC here still remains. Big map, new map, cool map. How well do they know the new map is the question. We still don't have it on Nettie's ladder, unfortunately, which is starting to be a bit of a problem.
Yeah, that's true. Guagua's playing quite a bit on War 3 Champions. He should know it. For Sini, I'm not too sure. Remo, look at the Altar of Storms. This is not the man with a blade in his hand that is running around. The man is not using his own feet and his own legs. No. He got help for that. It's the old man on the wolf. It's the Farseer.
Damn. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the Farseer. He's quite fond of wolves, being from the Frost Wolf clan. almost as fond as that woman on YouTube who makes out with wolves, which still disturbs me. What's the strategy going to be here? Is it going to be a fast expansion with Farseer? This is a super easy fast expo on Tidehunters.
Not an instant level 2, but 1 creep after the expansion. And then you got Chain Lightning as well, which is really good against Wisps. I don't know. We'll see. But pretty cool. This time, no Entangle first, but Treants. Makes sense. Helps with creeping. But Wolves are going to the left-hand side right away. Sini knows it now, though.
The wolf is at your door. Do you remember that voice line from Dota 2?
No.
Wolves need no armor. From the same hero.
No.
Alright, it's a wolf hero apparently, Neil. Come on, you can get this. I believe in you. Which hero could that be?
No. Lucan?
Nice, Neil. Very good. Lycanthrope.
Alright, Sini is also like, what the hell? Huh?
If this world was indeed a mystical world, like RPG or whatever, and we had werewolves and werebears, what would you rather be, werewolf or werebear?
Oh, wolf, because I'm so agile. Also, I like to... Like, is it called crying? No, howling, right?
Yeah.
The howling of the wolf is cooler than the roar of the bear in my ears. So I would rather howl with the wolves.
Yeah, especially running fast like a wolf seems really cool, and you're
Dude,
swift through
bears
the snow
are
and stuff like
freaking fast as well. They need some time though. The acceleration isn't the great. It's basically like Bowser in Mario Kart.
Dude, a couple of days ago, I was watching a YouTube video. A friend showed it to me, and it was of crocodiles running. Dude, some crocodiles, only very few, but some crocodiles can run up to, what was it, 35 miles per hour.
Damn, that's
and they look so stupid doing it. But a bear must be slower than a wolf, right? Like,
I don't know. Chat can tell us. This is, by the way, the very deciding map who's making it into DreamHack, just in case you're distracted by something else, guys. But yeah, whoever wins this plays DreamHack.
Oh, yes, baby. Wolf still scouting out. We are going to have a Hunter Soul this time. Dryads against Farseer, of course, very good. They can just get rid of the wolves via Despool.
That's a very early
So it seems like some piercing damage is going to be required by Mr. Guagua. He's got the War Mill already. But no headhunters yet.
Not yet. But probably soon. Oh, he could go for one now. Pretty cheap. But it's also, yeah, Spirit Lodge. At the moment, I don't really see the reason for the Farseer, except denying level 3. This will it be level 3? Not too sure.
Will it though? I don't think so. He sold the replenishment potion. It always makes me sad. I guess he doesn't need it now in the Farseer though. He gets the level 2. Zippity Zap Lightning. Really good items on the Keeper, but not quite that coveted level 3. As the tier 2 finishes, we should be seeing the lures. What's the second hero? Demon Hunter. Alright.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Against Shadowhunter and Farseer, both very dependent on mana. Yeah, a little bit of a creeping fiesta. Nobody's expanding yet. We get a double Ancient of Lore this time. And, well, you still don't get your Headhunters, Remo, but I guess we're gonna get some Kodos.
Unleashed. Doesn't this whole Orc army look terrible against Dryads, though?
Mm-hmm.
What's it gonna do against Dryads?
Catapults.
Shadowhunter level 5 is pretty good against Dryads, but that does take a while.
Engine of War on the high ground. Not being attacked. Move back, okay. Creep check him pretty much immediately. But on the other side, we see the same. 2 space creators on the map trying to prevent the process of the second hero. Doesn't really work out.
Could be 2 run kills over here. Speed scroll popped. Perhaps even only 1 that goes down. Shadow grabs the circlet, but doesn't get too much experience here. However, the demon across the map getting no experience. So very important for the Farseer here to be around and be harassing. Oh, but he's gonna get burned again. No more wolfies for you.
Not for quite some time. We don't see a tier 3, and there's no real reason for it anyway. He's expanding rather. So yeah, heavy on Dryads, tier 2 expansion. Makes quite some sense against this. It really feels like the wrong choice by Guagua. Going this army composition, these heroes.
Is he just absolutely not expecting lures, maybe? He only saw Archer until this point. Now he may have seen the Dryads, but he didn't see them before. The Wolves have been resummoned. Farseer had a clarity, and the Wolves are, as we can see, really good against the Archers. There's a nice little creep check right here. Farseer in trouble, but is gonna get away. And this Demon Hunter has been so tremendously slowed down.
Yeah, really good job in that regard, but it's also time where the expansion isn't punished at all. More creeping for the Shadow Hunter. This is a tough spot. He's gonna deal with it though. And he's getting close to 3 with that. No mana on the Farseer anymore. What else is there? Adept upgrade, more Raiders, and there's a Peon moving out. Is he just counter-expanding?
Where's the Peon? Going north. Creeps there aren't quite cleared yet, and
A player's forces are
we have
under
Sini coming in for a bit of aggression himself. Demon Hunter is still only level 1.
Wow. Entangle and slow on the Farseer. Shadow Hunter is here. With Heal Wave and Serpent Wards. Needs that soon. Ah, Purchase here as well. Little supply lead, but Guagua seems confident.
With double level 3 heroes, I think this shouldn't look too bad for Guagua. But he's gonna fall back to the shop. Almost looks like overconfidence by Sini. He's only got a couple of Dryads here, a level 1 demon. Pick up the slippers, bro. Slippers are right there. He's not seeing it. Maybe now. But yeah, these Serpent Wards against Dryads are very, very effective.
There's more time for this expo. So if he's forcing some items, maybe some item usage, and he doesn't have to TP, then it's kind of decent for him.
Very good position here now for Sini. Dryads kind of in the choke point where the Orc can't reach too easy. But the Demon Hunter, we can see how much damage he's taking. He's going to have to probably transfer the TP to get out of here. One Dryad going to go down. Second one going to go down. Here we now have the piercing damage that Guagua needs.
Oh, good heal wave. Only level 1, doesn't do too much, and he's continuing to chase this. Not too sure if that's the right call with 2 very bruised raiders. One of them very suicidal. Is it a bait? Wow.
Great for Guagua.
Yeah.
It's only Dryads. Only 0/0 Dryads. He needs upgrades real bad.
There's the tower. Almost finished. He somehow cleared the camp. Not too sure what he did there. But yeah, tower after. Expansion then. And Lin Guagua's favorite upgrade. Pillage.
And he's going to get the items from the middle. Tide Hunter's only one shop, as is the fashion nowadays. And not having that invul on the Demon Hunter is going to be quite problematic, potentially. There's going to be a staff to save him, but Ensnare can, of course, prevent this. Wisp starting up an AP at the Orc Counter Expo. I'm not sure Guagua even knows about the Night of Expansion in the first place.
Movement is pretty decisive, though.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under
It
attack.
certainly looks like he knows now. He's got a lot of raiders here. This should be an easy tree kill.
No,
There is
Nate.
no Nature's Blessing.
Yeah.
How dare he?
This is the biggest mistake you can possibly do if you play Night Elf. That focus fire is kind of okay. Decent summons, good mana to dispel them. Splits the army. Grunts are attacking the tree, not the raiders, who of course do extra damage against dryads as well. Nice heal scroll. Prolongs the fight for a little bit more. Sini, can he hold? It looks okay so far.
Circle Wards, though, proving to be too powerful. This expansion must be going down. In the meantime, AP was cancelled by the Wolves. Towers coming up. This game looking better and better for Guagua. And this time it seems to be Sini who kind of lost his timing. I think he just went into Dryads way too late. And was too greedy to sit on 50. He's gonna hold his expansion here, as it seems. Gonna get one more grunt. But he desperately needs this demon.
That's not... Little bit of a problem for creeping now, right? Because the rat spot is way too heavy. The huntsman is not enough. Guagua will keep him busy, so he can't go to the south.
Yeah, with Dryads, he would actually do the red, as long as he doesn't get creepjacked. But right now, we do have Sini chasing. Run into the next ensnares.
Oh.
Ensnares on a Dryad usually mean a kill right away. Keeper gets 4, Shadow gets 4, but Demon still only level 2. Guagua's gonna TP out here though, seeing more and more Dryads. Not willing to take this fight anymore. Gonna make it back to the main, and he bought enough time for his expansion to finally have finished.
Yeah. With that, looks pretty good. Income is the same. Double beastery. That means more raiders. There's more damage. At some point, he can probably just overwhelm Sini and flood him with raiders, kill everything. In the meantime, creeping up a little bit. Level 4 Shadowhunter, super important. Even the level 4 Farseer, I think, is good for Chain Lightning against Wisps. But hey, Sini just finds him. Storms the high ground. Sobi Mask.
That's a sick item on the Shadow.
Yo, this is also sick damage on the Dryads here.
It's still only 0-1 Dryads. They're just super weak. They can't take these fights against Serpent Wolves.
Nope. And there's plenty of them.
So much XP.
Oh my god. Shadowhunter is already level 4.4. Damage against heroes, of course, laughable with raiders.
It's a huge experience lead by now. And if the Shadow gets to 5, I wonder how Sini's going to do it anymore. But he has the option of still winning this game. I know they are not fashionable anymore, but especially against Orc, Mountain Giants are still really good. Seems like no Night Elf wants to believe that anymore. But Sini did start the tier 3 tech. It's about 25% done.
Yeah.
And if he has enough time, those MGs could save the day for him.
Well, he went bear upgrade though.
Alright, the Mountain Giant embargo continues.
Seriously, they're just boycotting them. Yeah, true. Ooh, rally point for the second beastery, not set. Raiders are missing in that fight. Sini is preparing another push while there's a rat spot going on.
I really love that Kier, the mapmaker, made this Grand Golem green. It fits so nicely, Neo. You know, we're on a tropical island. It's lush and nice and warm and lots of plants. Green Golem. Fits very nice.
Also fitting very nice is a €15 donation coming from John Jungle Book. Jesus, my tongue twister here. Nice weather and nice games today. Greetings.
Thank you very much, my good sir. John Jungle Book. Is there a John in the Jungle Book?
I don't think so. Not that I know of.
There's
But he's a
Mowgli
very handsome
and
man.
Bagheera.
The Jungle Book man. Very handsome man.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm on
You
Instagram.
say so.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. You're actually serious.
Yeah.
Next camp for the Demon. Level 4 for him would be really valuable. Still missing a little bit. On the Orcish side of things, we almost have double level 5. It's so close. And a big army now as well for Guagua. 2-1 upgrades, by the way, on these raiders. Nothing to scoff at. On the Dryads, still only 0-2. Sini, you have 800 gold, 1,000 lumber. My man.
Yeah, I need more Orbs of Venom. That is #1 priority, of course, but he still has 700. Okay. Yeah, level 5/5 should be the neck breaker. but we'll see. Is he just right-clicking this? Looks like it. There is Nature's Blessing now, and this is the beauty of Chain Lightning level 3 against Night Elf. Gets rid of all the repair with one spell, TP out, so worth it. And now got the double level 5.
This is not a bad trade for the Night Elf, though. He had all that gold, he can just remake the expansion. A lot of units went down. Guagua is down to 50 supply. This is, this may have been a blessing in disguise for Sini.
Ah.
Town is under siege.
What's he gonna do? I mean, what are the main bases saying? 3,300. Okay, one base for quite some time. This expo will hold for Guagua, though.
Like, Guagua has to play very evasive now. He can't take a fight for a long time.
Do you think that's a problem for Guagua? I don't think so.
Well, against Dryads and Keeper can be a problem. This is probably going to cost him the TP right here.
I mean, playing evasive in general. He's super fine. Gets the bear.
Keeper.
One bear down. That's expensive for Sini.
Yeah, the Keeper movement there wasn't the greatest. He could have moved a little bit better to pick off some raiders. So, TP and invul for 2 bears. Sort of an even trade, minus the experience.
And more time mining, of course. 60 supplies still. Sini has a heal potion, and that's it. Consumable-wise. Not too many bears, of course. Very, very, very expensive. And now he's fighting into towers.
A player's forces are under attack.
They may not want to commit here. Just threatening the attack while the expansion is coming up might be the better call. Of course, the Kodo is here designed to counter the bears, and that could work very well indeed.
Wyvern
Is there anything you can do against these Kodo Devours? Entangle, sort of, to slow them down, but of course, we still have Shaman to purge. Not too many Shaman left, though.
Wyvern coming. Needs great positioning on them. In the meantime, the expo for Sini is back up. Cost him quite a bit, of course. First Wyvern is out. Fixes the rally point nicely. Shaman a little late with the purge right there. So this is so wonky to engage. Especially with the Kodos. Wyvern not part of this fight apparently. Forgot about it.
Double Devour. Kodo barely gets out. That was the second speed scroll. That was the last speed scroll. Demon Hunter getting focused, but it's gonna get staffed out. Can heal up and can staff back in. Good start of the fight for the Orc, but Sini might be able to turn it around.
Demon Hunter comes back in. A lot of units hurt here. Thanks to the Orb of Venom, of course. 2 Raiders down, and for the Wind Rider, it doesn't look too hot either. But he got Devours off. 1, 2. That, of course, enhances the supply gap. Not sure if the bears are the best thing to go for. Man, these chokes are really tiny if it's bears against Kodos.
Yeah, absolutely. Here in the north, very narrow positions. And there's flying, more and more bears going down. These things are expensive. Lin Guagua is playing a really good back and forth tug of war game here. It's going to be another bear possibly going down. Staff, too late. Guagua definitely with a few, Sini, excuse me, with a few errors in here. And Guagua punishing them swiftly. TP out, trying to save that bear. And will be able to. Grunt also survives. This demon needs another orb, but not enough gold now. Only now the mining at the expansion starts. Oh. Another little slip up by the Night Elf.
Yeah, that was up for quite a while, and I'm not even sure if he can hold this. There's no Chain Lightning this time, so there is a little bit of repair, but big supply gap if we keep the bears in mind. Wisps are running over. Heal scroll used already. And another bear will be eaten, not even dodging it, like, at all. This army is minimal for Sini. And the heal wave is just there all the time.
Yeah, really nice late game play here by Lin Guagua. He definitely was in a tough position. But with some good movement, with that expansion snipe, he makes it work. And Sini getting punished for his mistakes. His level 5 keeper is not going to save the day. The expansion, losing it the first time, he could afford a second time. Probably not.
Oh, there's a mountain giant coming. Will we see the first mountain giant in 1.3210? There he is! Not sure if he has upgrades. Okay, so not unplayable. Will the mountain giant be the captain that turns this ship around for Sini?
In these low numbers, it seems rather unlikely. 4 or 5 mountain giants, that's when ORC is in big trouble. If there's also Alba Venom on the other side, but only 1 MG, easily ignored. Farseer level 6, Shadow about to get level 6 as well, and Guagua is gonna close this out. Sini came close in the series, but Tidehunters will be his grave.
Yeah, Last Refuge was really good in the other 2 matches, especially on CH. It was a big opportunity for Sini. Didn't really work though. TP, but the mountain giant drops. That's 7 supply gone and 80 for Guagua. Yes, barely anything to replace. Sini holds on to that expo for now. Main is at 100. Is there still a chance? 2 raiders stuck in the main for Guagua. Very unfortunate.
Oh, you know, that's a very likable base build right there. I have had that happen so many times where statues are stuck between the trees or fiends. I know the feel all too well.
If you would be
80 supply.
If you would be one of the raiders, who would you like to have with you? Any person in the world. It's your
You
call.
mean if I'm stuck in a forest and I can't get out? Is that what you're saying?
If you're one of these 2 raiders, who do you want to be the second raider? Okay, now I know what I mean.
The player's forces are under attack.
Well, good question. I'm gonna go with Daniel Day-Lewis, the most talented artist of all time.
All time. Okay.
Of all time, without question.
Yeah, without question, without discussion, apparently. Guagua is pushing it, I think, without any discussion. He's gonna take that game. Sini still trying to make an argument, but... Oh, level 5 demon. Will that help? Chain lightning, a wonderful end to that series with almost a double kill here. GG! Lin Guagua, again, part of DreamHack, and that makes me very, very happy. Yesterday was clearly not his day when Thunder overwhelmed him. But today, he was the better player of the 2, played it a little smarter, and therefore is part of the main season.
Same as Soin is. Soin 2-0'd Anki and Mikhail 2-0'd Hishi. So the 2 Koreans, Mikhail and Soin, making it through, which we kind of suspected. That means we have 1 decision left to be made. Pink and Alice. That best of 3 to determine our last player.
Cool. We go into a little break and then it's time for some Undead versus Night Elf action. Stay with us.